Alright everyone, welcome back to BTD 6. Now, I wanted to try a little something while also getting some event little candy things. So, I want to beat Spice Islands using only water towers. So we're going to do double HP MOABS, which might be a big mistake, but we're only going to use water towers. So Admiral Brickle is the only hero that's specifically for water. Pat Fusty can be used on water, but he's not specifically meant for it, so to speak. But yes, we're going to try this with Admiral Brickle, subs and boats only, and see how well that goes for us. So this is Admiral Brickle. She's like she has a little sub of her own. Is it a sub? Is it a boat? I guess it's a boat, but it launches little sub mines, sea mines or something. I don't know really, but yes, so we're going for only water towers on this, as the prophecy has foretold. And by the prophecy, I mean I wanted to see if I could do it. So, double HP MOABS, Spice Islands, water towers only. I think I could pull it off, but who knows. So, I think our best friends here are going to be merchantmen, and I guess this is also, like, if I can pull it off, it's also going to be showing off how good the merchantmen can actually be. If I can execute this properly, that is. I think I should be good. But essentially, Grape Shot and Hot Shot are pretty dope abilities, so definitely get them as soon as you can, but definitely don't neglect the bottom path for the boats. Just saying. It might be a little bit better than you assume, because merchantmen on their own, they're okay. They make a little bit money, more money than a regular banana farm does on its own. No upgrades. But when you get one merchantman, you essentially subscribe to a newsletter that says, hey, now that I've got one, I want more. And obviously, the more merchantmen you get, the more money you make, and the more money you make, the easier it is to get more merchantmen. And we have just got a canvas on this map. We've got a canvas to paint with merchantmen, so that's exactly what we're going to try and do here. And on its own, Hot Shot plus Crow's Nest means you are covered. Your life insurance covers all balloon policies, from leads to camos to camo leads to purples. Because Brickle will shoot with her gun, and this boy's still shooting regular darts as well as the grape shots. So your life insurance covers you for pretty much any sort of balloon related injury or accident, so not to worry on that front. But essentially we're going to try and get merchantmen as quickly as possible to make it worth our while. Okay. A couple balloons got through there, but that's alright. It's not too bad. Now that we've actually got our merchantman up, we can... You know, I think we should go for some DPS before we go for more merchantmen, so we'll clear this. Get the longer range. Oh, I did forget to mention that I am a little bit sickly, so if you hear anything in the video that seems a little bit off in terms of my voice, how I'm sounding, or maybe I'm sniffling a little bit, I apologize for that in advance. But yeah, I'm just feeling a bit under the weather. No, it's not corona, I'm perfectly fine. I'm just got a bit of the flu, and that's okay. Right, so now we need to think of how we're going to deal with this MOAB, because it's not going to be easy to deal with when we've got fairly weak towers. So, Admiral Brickle does have a level 10 ability, which is really good against MOABs, but I don't know if we'll get it in time for round 40, which is the big issue that I'm facing at the moment. I wonder if we can sneak in a second merchantman. I think we can this round. Oh no. Please tell me we can afford it during this round. Oh, that's terrible. Absolutely terrible. Okay, but we can still beat the Moab. We just need to try and get armor-piercing darts. If we can get that, it's just after triple guns, I think we'll be okay, or at least not terrible. And that's what we're looking for. Not terrible. Armor-piercing darts, there you go. So if we can get this, I think we'll be alright. Special... Oh! There's my level I was looking for. Not too bad. Armor-piercing darts. 3,240. Not terrible. Admiral Brickle seems to be holding her own, which is nice. And... there we go. Armor-piercing darts. I think will guarantee a victory. I do not know, but I'm hoping it does. We'll also use Admiral Brickle's ability, which, if you didn't know, what does it do? Let's have a look. Greatly increases attack speed of nearby water-based monkeys for a short time. So essentially, Admiral Brickle was made to be played with water monkeys. So, we'll wait for the end of the round. 1 and 2. Use the ability. Okay, we popped that a lot easier than I was expecting, so we can just go all out for merchantmen. This is my favourite thing to do when I'm slightly bored of the game. I just like to go absolutely crazy with monkey money. And you'll see now, because we're so confident in dealing with MOABs now, the next big threat is round 60. In reality. So, we've got until round 60 to build up a defense that can beat round 60. But since we've got quite a few rounds in between then, we're just going to buy a bunch of merchantmen. Just because we need some money. So, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of feel like I enjoy merchantmen more than I enjoy banana farming. Just because it's like a big burst of cash, and I know you could do it with like banks and all that, but I don't know, I just get more satisfaction from this. Just because it's just like so many small individuals going together to just... I don't know what it is really. I just really enjoy the merchantmen, I'm not gonna lie. If I could have merchantmen instead of banana farms, I probably would. Because just look at all that. Look at all that. Look at all that money. And every single one we place, we're adding more camo-led defense, which is amazing as well. So I think we'll stop maybe after this one. Depends how I feel. So yeah, those guys are actually going to get slaughtered now. Like, no doubt about it, kinda. Okay, so now we've got pretty much most of the track covered by at least one tower's range. So, if we just cover the starting part as well, then we've pretty much outlined the entire track with merchantmen, which is what we like. Bang, there's another merchantman to throw into the pot. Okay, so now we need damage, and damage comes from subs. So, if y'all want to hit that button... Nah, I do think that is the most hilarious way you can ask for subscribers, but still, pretty cheesy. Alright, so yeah, as I was saying, subs are pretty much guaranteed to be doing your damage in these games if you're going water towers only. Especially against MOABs, you want your beautiful What are they called? Armor piercing darts. Mwah. Absolute masterpiece. Okay, so Admiral Brickle's second ability. She drops a big ass bomb. And it just sits there. Sits there for 3 turns and then disappears if it's not in the range of a MOAB within those 3 turns. But if it is in the range of a MOAB within those 3 turns, it will throw itself at the MOAB just like a regular mine that she throws out. And it will deal massive damage. Okay, so I think we'll get another sub here. Except this guy is going to be a sub commander. So in preparation for that, also you can have multiple mines out at one time, and that's essentially what it'll do. So with all this in mind, I'm thinking we get favored trades, just because it's a little bit extra money. Oh, but I'm not sure how well we'll deal with 63. Oh, we seem fine. Admiral Brickle seems to be handling it actually, which is pretty impressive. We'll also get a sub here to be our camo detection boy, just to be of a little bit more of assistance. Okay, but yeah, we're gonna make this guy our sub-commander, and if you don't know what sub-commander does, adds extra pierce and damage to commander and all subs in its radius. That's why I'm kind of stacking them up around here. So if I get this middle guy to the sub-commander level, I can have all the lackeys around it get buffed by his ability. So maybe we won't get the favored trades, just because I feel like we got a decent amount of money incoming. It's not great, like I'd love more, but 3 grand at the end of each round is not too bad, and it's definitely not something to complain about. Put another one there. So essentially, if can I actually click on that? No, I can't. But you saw the radius of it as I was placing it. So essentially, if a MOAB touches that radius, it will the bomb will launch itself at the MOAB. Oh, that's weird. That's the default mine texture. It's not meant to look like that. It's meant to look like that. Alright, so there's our sub-commander. So this should now be an absolute breeze, so long as we can stuff as many other submarines around this guy. Just look at them go. MOABs aren't even getting close. And we know that at the end of every round we roughly get 3,000, so we can afford to do pretty much whatever we want here. Let's make some more money actually. There's another merchantman up at record time. Excuse me. But yeah, that's weird. It's not meant to look like, it's not meant to have that skin on. Alright, not too bad though. And then we will get favored trades just to see how much more extra money we get. So right now we're getting 220 from all of these guys. The extra 20 is from a monkey knowledge upgrade I have. But favored trades, how much does that give us in terms of extra? So everybody else gives 220. He gives 520 now. Interesting. Okay. So maybe favored trades would be quite good. Oh, but we're almost at the end of the round. You know what? We'll just see if we can take this to 100. Why not? I think we'll lose to DDTs. Maybe. I don't know how well we'll do against DDTs at all, but we'll see. We'll see. We could win. Who knows? But yeah, I think we'll take it to around 100 just for the lols. Double HP BAD. We'll see how we can handle that. Okay, round 78 does not seem to be a problem at all, which is great news for us. There we go. Okay, this sub command is looking pretty nice. I think this sub right here, if we're going to have any hope of beating the DDTs, it's going to have to be a middle path sub. So we'll go 2 at the top, and then we'll need first strike, and then preemptive strike, because those are going to be our key to victory against DDTs and potentially the BAD. So we absolutely destroyed the regular double HP MOABs just with our collection of lovely merchantmen and submarines. So we're going to see if we can take this a bit further, because everybody knows alternative balloons round or double HP MOAB or any of those other modifiers are a lot more harder when they go onwards from 80. So we'll see how we fare. I want to try and get more of these favoured trades up, actually. Just because there's still a bit of time before 100, and I want to see if we can actually beat round 100 with relative ease, if possible. So we'll see how that goes. But for the moment, we're not looking too shabby. We got a decent amount of income. The balloons are getting absolutely nowhere. And at the end of each round we can practically afford another favoured trades. So that's good news. There we go. See, once you get the ball rolling with merchantmen and favoured trades, it absolutely does not stop. Alright, so one more favoured trades and we've pretty much done a big chunk of money for us. Now don't get me wrong, this is definitely far, far from the max amount of money that you can make within this time frame. But this is just to give you an idea of what I do for fun in the meantime, because let's be honest, unless it restricts your towers like the challenges or the odysseys or things like that, a lot of the time main game content isn't too difficult. Do we have these guys covered? Sort of. We did use our ability there, not gonna lie, but once we get preemptive strike, which we will get right about now, we've pretty much crushed this. I'm pretty sure. I guess we could try and get Trade Empire, just for the memes. We really don't need to, but just for the hell of it, I think we will. So Trade Empire generates more cash per round, increases cash earned by up to 20 other merchantmen by the number of merchantmen, and boosts all merchantmen damage. So essentially, this guy makes more money at the end of the round, and for every other merchantman you have, see how it says times 12 when I place another one, they will essentially make more money. So the more merchantmen you have, the more money they each make individually. So you just saw them all make 700 roughly, which is a crazy amount of money. Okay, DDT's no longer a problem thanks to preemptive strike. Mwah, absolutely beautiful tower. Would I recommend using this strategy for something like Chimps mode? Definitely not, because Chimps mode you can't make extra money. If you're playing Impoppable and you're ballsy enough to try this strategy when you only have one life, by all means do it. You won't. Nah, but seriously, if you can make this strategy work in time, it is by far not the worst strategy in the world. Honestly, I just love messing about. Like, even if I lose, I don't really care. I just love to mess about, see what works, see what doesn't. and a lot of the times the way I do that is by making a crap ton of money in the early game and then seeing what strategies work in the late game. So we'll place a few more of these boys. Oh, we might lose. Hey, we lost. Okay, not bad. Oh, this is new to me. I don't usually see... Oh, okay. That's the game over screen they give us. Okay, so DDTs, as usual and as expected, pretty fast. So we can't always get what we want, but since our merchant men were the play of the game, VIP right there, we will get Insta-Monkey Buccaneers. Alright, so that was me just kind of messing about on double HP MOABS. Holy crap, I've got pretty much all the upgrades except for powers. Yeah, sure. Grab that, whatever that is. Okay, so thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you in the next one. Take care, everyone.